Today I'm going to give you some awesome, super flirtatious lines that you can use when you are talking to a woman. By the way, if you want a lot more of these and really become a complete master at flirting, I talk a lot about flirting in my Hooked program. I'll put a link down below. It's my full course on everything about meeting women, attraction, getting her invested, flirting with her, casual sex relationships, real relationships. It's all in there. So check that out, getherhooked.com. But in the meantime, we're talking about flirting and why is it so important? Well, it's important because it helps you, A, escape the friend zone, and B, it helps you actually get her interested in you. So what happens when you flirt with someone is you're doing this combination of disinterest and interest at the very same time. And this whole synergistic effect actually makes her interested in you, right? But you got to make sure that if you're doing it like this, you're doing it properly with the combination of interest and disinterest. A lot of guys is what they'll do is they'll over compliment. So they'll use a lot of compliments and just trying to make her feel good all the time, which actually has the opposite effect. What it does is it makes you look needy. It makes you look very manipulative because you're only trying to say those things just to get her to like you and not because you actually mean it. So compliments actually hurt you more than they help you. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you flirty lines that make you more of a challenge, that make you more challenging to her. So they're more on the side of teasing her a little bit, teasing her and letting her know that, hey, I'm not so easy to get. I'm not so sure about you. And that's where the interest, disinterest comes. And I've created these lines which you can literally just copy and paste. When I say paste, not on a text message, but you can use them in person to be able to get a good reaction out of her and get her interested in you to build that tension. Okay, so here's the first one. The first one is, you are such a troublemaker. Or you can say, you're such a dork. Or you can say, you're such a nerd. So any variation of this that's teasing her, saying, oh, you're gonna cause trouble. You're such a nerd, you're such a dork, right? Any of those, and you say it with a smile, and I know I've given this example countless amount of times on the YouTube channel, but it's too good and you have to know about it, right? You have to use it. And so the reason why it works so well is because you're basically teasing her and making fun of her a little bit, but when you do it with a smile, it's kind of like you're the kid on the playground. You know, like when you're attracted or have a crush on a girl when you're much younger, what do? You end up teasing them a little bit. So it brings it back to that, where she's gonna know that you're interested, but you're not gonna do it so obvious and overtly like with a compliment, okay? All right, let's go to another one. So here's one, and it sounds a little nerdy itself, but it's really good because you can use this and then tease her if she doesn't know what you're talking about. So, okay, here it is. You say, you know what, you're trouble, you are my new arch nemesis. So she's gonna either know what that means and be like, oh, no, what? You know, like react to that. So basically saying like she's your enemy. By the way, if you don't know what that means, an arch nemesis is like your enemy, right? So the arch nemesis, for example, of Batman is the Joker, okay? So you're saying you're my arch nemesis. Now here's the thing. She might be like, what's an arch nemesis? Then you can tease her on that. You can say, oh my God, do I have to teach you everything? Come on, arch nemesis. It's like you're my enemy, you're my villain. And you're saying that to her in context within something she says that you don't agree with. So if she's like, you know, I really love country music. You're like, country music? Okay, you know what? We're not gonna get along. You are my new arch nemesis. So again, she's either gonna get it, great, or she's not gonna get it. And then you can re-tease her for not knowing what it is, quickly explain to her, and then move along the conversation. Here's another one. Whatever she does for a living, you can tease her on that. So whatever she says she does, doesn't even matter what she says. You can say, ooh, I have to be careful around you. Okay, and she's gonna be like, why, what? It might not even make sense. And by the way, if it doesn't make sense, even better, right? If she's like, I'm a nurse, I'm an accountant, whatever, I work in marketing. Ooh, I have to be careful around you. So win-win here. You know, maybe it makes sense, great, you know, if she does something, if she's a lawyer, so, ooh, I have to be careful around you. That kind of makes sense. If it doesn't make sense at all, you're gonna get more of a reaction out of her and she's gonna be like, wait, what, huh? And you're gonna be like, yeah, she's gonna be like, wait, what are you talking about? And be more interested. By the way, never give her a response or an answer to it. Just say, I don't know. You can then even combine things. You can say, I don't know, there's something about you. I think you're a troublemaker. So this is good flirty lines to use. Again, we're doing the complete opposite of complimenting and showing this overt interest. We're taking it back a little bit to have fun with her, to play with her, to build that tension up. And these work amazing in person. Don't use them over text message. We don't want to use text message for flirting. We want to use text message to actually meet up with a girl, right? So that's what we're using texting for. Use this in person. Pick one of these lines, and I want you to use them the next time you're talking to a girl. So pick one of these. Pick which one you think would be a really good one to work with and go use it, practice it. Just take one so you're not overwhelmed. By the way, you don't want to use all three of these anyways in one conversation. If you're doing too much flirting and you're not getting to know her a little bit, mixing in what's called comfort, where she gets to know you and you're not just this dancing monkey teasing, making jokes all the time, it's going to be better if you are combining all of that. So you don't want to use all three of these. You want to use one of them at the very most in a conversation. And maybe you tease her again sometime in the conversation, but it's not going to be this like, oh, okay, so to get a girl to like me, tease, 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 tease. No. Combination of that and comfort. I explain how this all works in greater detail in the Hooked program, but I think you get an idea here of how this works. I want you to hit that like button right now if this has helped you. And I want to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.